Peace and blessings, guy. How you feeling tonight, man? How you feeling?
I'm all good. How about yourself, God?
Man, I can't complain, man. We've been having a fun couple of days. We've been having a great, amazing couple of days. We took a little time off Friday from brain banging, and then wanted to do some poetry. Had Soul Asylum. That was an amazing turnout. I liked it. A
Yeah.
lot of good energies, man. Shout out to the guy that you Miss Copper. Shout out to Miss Copper and everything. She came over there and did her thing.
Shout out, Miss Copper. I see your magnetic copper, Miss Copper. Yeah, I'm glad she came through and blessed it, man.
Yeah. No, it was so many. It was a lot of love that came, did their thing. But man, tonight, man, I pulled you in because I wanted to holler at you. I'll always be doing the same thing, man. Magnetism and matriarch, and matriarch and magnetism all in one. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been doing a lot of research, and you the guy I got to talk to on this. We keep on going back to these goddess temples and everything else. We led up to it and everything else, but now I want to get a little bit deeper with these
Okay.
and Mandelas, and also, man, I did some research on the ice wall. And have you heard anything about that new AI technology that they translated the Olmec text with?
Nah, I haven't.
Bro, it's crazy. Everything you've been talking about, Grand Rising. Good evening, fam. Good evening. I say. Um, they say that AI has translated the text on the Olmec blocks. And
Okay.
they're saying this isn't just a map of just no normal shit. They're saying it's a map of literally, they're saying it's a map of the region, like whatever came down, they mapped out the region for resources. That's what these blocks are saying. Then they mapped out the sky, and they're saying that it's directed at a black hole. So not only did they know the land, it's crazy because they're saying they know the land as far as they knew what to do with these resources and everything else, and they put it in the blocks telling people when to go mess with these resources somebody gave them the whole blueprint. So I think it's just amazing, man. That whole Olmec situation, mind you, they said they're slow releasing it right now because they're trying to figure out how they can capitalize off of it. Because now they talking about growing food in places they never grown it before. They talking about weather modifications. They talking about all sorts of stuff, and it's all because AI messed around and translated these ancient like you said, you always say maps. So it's crazy. They literally called this a star map from the Olmecs, and
Oh
they just
yeah.
man, that's it. They talk about it. They talk about it
Wow.
right now. I stay in that Olmec talks. You know what I'm saying? I'm always keep my ear to it. But you bring me back to since I've been dealing with you, I've been studying magnetism in these stones a whole lot more, and granite and black basalt and everything else. And just studying that is it's a rabbit hole within itself, man. But going back to those matriarch maps, I
Man.
really want to can you break down the temple of the Dendara for us?
The Temple of Dendera. The Temple of Dendera was built at a real important time in history, an important time in history during gender wars between men and women. So this is primarily why this temple was built. It was built as a relief temple, a relief out of patriarch, or a relief period, just a relief out of the conditions that we live in. This is what prompted the gender wars of men and women. Men wanted us to live in these horrendous conditions of having to pay rent, pay bills, pay taxes, pay the land. So women left a way out of all that. And I think that it's worth highlighting that these temples was built during the exact times of these gender wars, and as a result of these gender wars, because peace treaties was signed. Particularly, we got Nubian warrior queen of mineralists. She probably my favorite. Moreau. She's probably my favorite queen from Moreau. We got Nubian queen of mineralists, and then we got Roman Emperor Augustus signing a peace treaty in 21 BC. Okay, as a result of these peace treaties, goddess temples was built with this relief carvings, what they call relief carvings. And when you decipher in these relief carvings, you can see the collective conscious, the spiritually enlightened, on boats ascending where the waters of the earth rise. The waters of the earth only rise at Antarctica. The terrain of the earth rise at Antarctica. So it's a lot of secrets that's about the earth that's about to be revealed about Antarctica. And I wouldn't be surprised if like the Olmec text that you're talking about, that I mean, because the Olmecs, the Mayans, the whoever you can name, they all left the same cartography of the earth, which is Antarctica 360 ice wall surrounding our six continents in a circle. So I highlight this on my page, Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. I show you all these matriarchs that show this map cartography of the earth. But back to the temple of Dendera. The temple of Dendera, we're talking about, of course, a magnetic goddess temple built with magnetic stones, limestone, the granite, lodestone. We talking, this symbolism is left undecoded and it's left a mystery. But when you bust your head and you break down the symbolism and you do the deciphering for yourself, you can clearly see that these people is on a spiritual journey. And in a lot of contexts, that's what this literary to this symbolism say that these people is on a spiritual journey seeking spiritual liberation out of patriarchy. So I think that's astounding that the carvings in these goddess temples is called maps. Like, this not my interpretation. They didn't leave that for deciphering. They literally call these carvings in these goddess temples maps. So I think that's real prominent, because it's like we don't none of us know the whole cartography of the earth. Don't none of us know what's beyond Antarctica. Don't none of us know that it's more than 6 continents. We got the continent of Balkan Anatolia. We got the continent of Meridia. These are 2 continents that's like right here in our grasp, right here in our reach, and they vacant and they beautiful. So we just gotta wake up out the colonizers' teaching of it just being 6 continents. We gotta really get out there and want to explore. We gotta try to raise the funding for that too. Our main tax dollars go to the outer space program. So if our main tax dollars going to the outer space program, then surely we can get together some funding to share. Either take these trips to the Temple of Dendera, like what you talking, or shit, let's see what's beyond Antarctica finally. But yeah, I think people visiting the Temple of Dendera is like what we supposed to do in our lifetime. I think the goddesses left a way out of patriarchy, and it's through the goddess temples.
Yo, real quick, because I think I was talking about the last time I went to Atlanta, and me and sis was vending, and this white woman comes up to me. She gives me this card. I think I told you about that, right? And she
Mm-hmm.
was telling me she had the water from a set. Some, yeah, she said she said with the throne of Hathor, which is a big stone throne, and then she said she had water from a set. So I got to tap in with her, man, and see what she talking about, because she said if I hit her up, the thing about it is she got one of them cards that I got to scan it in order to hit her up, and I
Right.
didn't want to do it because once you use those cards to scan, and get access to all your information.
Right.
But it was crazy that she hit me up though. I thought that was dope that she even offered it to me for whatever reason. She offered it to me, and she showed me, like you said, she's been there over this. Like she's a high vibrational, I guess. The color didn't matter because she was a high vibrational woman in general. And
That
the first
part.
thing she did was talking about these thrones and stuff over there she went to. So I thought that was crazy. Um,
I
for that
think
aspect, huh?
I think it's worth highlighting also that the Temple of Dendera, or the Temple of Hathor, is also called the Temple of Dendera. Hathor and Dendera is synonymous. They both go hand in hand. So the Temple of Hathor is also called the Temple of Dendera, and it's also called Dendera Circle. Now, this is worth highlighting because when we talk about Dendera Circle, here we got again the matriarchs leaving the cartography of the earth and design of a circle and showing safe havens, showing retreats, relief beyond that circle.
I'll be right back. keep talking shit. I'll be right back.
So that's what we supposed to do in life. We supposed to seek to find our way out of patriarchy. We supposed to ask the right questions. We supposed to spiritually quest. We supposed to not get stagnant, not caught up in the lures of the patriarchy of the world, basically, and seek truth. Be pious and seek truth. When you be pious and you seek truth, you can find your way out of all this. So a lot of people ask questions like, why did God leave us in these conditions? Why would God just have us out here like this? But God really left a way out. If you have to first find out that God is a woman, God is women. You have to first find that out, and then you have to find a symbolism. A symbolism lead the way out. We just been tricked by patriarchal men to look at these women like pagans and idols and harlots and Jezebels. But but
That ain't even our terminology, so that that ain't us saying this shit.
nah,
People
that
listen
ain't
to
us.
the
That's the
side.
Christian. That's the Christian nation we in. When we follow the Jezebel symbolism and the harlot symbolism, and especially the golden calf in the Bible, it leads to these goddess temples. So that's real deep, man. That's real deep. It's like if these women didn't mean anything, if they was as the note and the greatness the biblical men make them out to be, then it don't seem like they would have these magnetic goddess temples with this DNA activating symbolism in it.
That goes back to the, like you said, the Temple of Hathor too, because I really want to get into that. I've been studying it, and I remember one point in time, Bobby Hemmett mentioned it one time. He said if you even if you print it out, it's so powerful that even if you printed it out and scried into the temple, you can manifest like that. And then I was listening to it the other day, and I started doing this. When every time we get into some studies, I've
Yeah,
been doing this. So I
yeah.
carved Hathor face into ruby.
Ah, that's beautiful. That's cold. Oh,
Let me see.
that's purple too. Yeah, that's cold.
Uh, it's really like a burgundy. You see what I'm
Looking like
saying?
Big Mama. Yeah.
Yes, a reversible ruby. But let me see. That leads me to my next question though. You always talk about the ice wall and they left the map to get through it, but you was also talking about the treaties. If we overstand those treaties, the treaty said that can't nobody go down there. I know you heard the news about the little Asian boy that flew down there and they got him locked up down there now, right?
Nah. The
Yeah, like they
treaty
got
ain't
him locked.
between the
Huh?
treaty ain't between us. Treaty ain't between the people. The treaty is between the government, the entities of the government, the men that run the six continents and the women beyond. So we can go. That's what the symbolism was left behind for us to do, for us to go. We don't
That's
have
what
to.
I'm saying. Little dude flew down there and they got him locked up down there right now. You can see in the news, he locked up right now. How do we go? And now I mess with the part with the maps because the maps do tell you where there's little doorways and stuff like that in there, and even with Operation was it
High
Operation High
jump,
Jump?
operation
Yeah,
high jump and fishbowl.
yeah. So they most definitely know where a lot of these stargates and doors are that lead to other places. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but how do you sign up? Like, what do you do to sign up? And then even after that, how do you know what's behind the wall? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Matriarch showed us what's beyond the wall, so I'm cool. I'm cool with what the Matriarchs left. They showed the habitants beyond the ascensions of the earth. So shit, that's a clear, vivid visual for me. That's why I always point out the Mandelas. You
I
know,
do.
as far as how do you go, it's all type of channels and forms that you can take to go. I mean, like I'm not never saying it's no easy task because you damn near want to have your coats and armor. You got to be like all type of things that I read about. I even put in the paperwork for exploration. You know, so that paperwork is called like a florist form, if I'm saying that right. FLAUSA floral form, and you can go for what they call scientific purposes or research purposes. And I even think it's symbolism in saying that because that's what you're doing when we going out there. That's what's leading to us going out there is research. So we don't research and we don't found these gateways. We don't found, this access of a way out. So, and when you read the law, when you read the literary the law, it literally say that that's what you can go there for to research. But I think, mainly, man, it's really about denouncing our citizenship. Because once somebody own us, then yeah, they could tell us where we can and can't go and what lands we can't access. This is so much far as denouncing your citizenship, becoming sovereign, secure party credit in your name. Nobody can tell you what the hell to do that way, you know. So it's a reason why the government asks you 100 times on one form the same question. Ask you your name, ask you your social security card, because you claiming to be a citizen. And when you claim to be a citizen, it's only so much leisure and leeway you got. So you agreeing to that speed limit and you agreeing to those other terms and conditions that a citizen got. So we just gotta first get our mindsets out. We not nobody's citizen and become secure party creditors of our name. We do whatever the hell we want to do, and that go for that dude, that Asian, or whoever you talk about. That it's ways, it's proper, it's levels, it's guidelines. You can't just go. It's things you got to do first. Just like I can't go out there and build a magnetic home. It's shit. It's law. It's law that you got to build with concrete. What type of, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, once you get sovereign land, because I was just online with Tahir the other day, and he brought something to my attention where people got sovereign land in different areas that we don't even know about. So
Hell
once you
yeah,
get your silver land, you can do what you want to do.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, once we get our once we acknowledge who we are in general, we don't have to do paperwork and none of that. But once you do that, you can do whatever you want with the land. So that
Until
goes
then,
back,
somebody own you.
huh?
Until then, somebody own you. So until then, somebody own your name. You don't own your name until then, somebody own you. So when we talk about all these people coming up dead and from putting out certain truths and this, that, and I mean, shit, they was owned. People, so it's like, man, you got to take the proper chains and guidelines first. And that's what we trying to do. We ain't just trying to put ourselves out there. We trying to actually do things the right way.
Gotcha. Real quick, Archangel 7 jumped in. They said, and don't forget about Operation Paperclip.
Operation Paperclip. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Ask them to Admiral Richard Byrd conduct that operation as well.
I've heard about it a couple times, but
I think that was in the 80s, maybe. Paperclip.
I'm not quite sure. I'll do the
Not
research
quite
on it
sure.
later on, and we'll bring it to the table later on. Because, like I said, a lot of that all that stuff is talking crazy. Like when they talk about that ice wall and they talk about the different portals, they talk about people left and never came back. They saying all sorts of crazy stuff.
But
They
that's why they
uh,
that's why they saying Operation High Jump, because that ice wall go up to 16,000 feet. So that's why they saying high jump, and then that's why they also saying Operation Fishbowl, because the ice wall surround us in a 360 circle.
yeah. So we most definitely going Archangel. We're gonna tap into that Operation Paperclip next and come back with some. Yeah, God, man. Outside of that, what was it? I know we were talking about the ice wall, but now let's go back to the matriarch temples and stuff like that. If we
Okay.
want to say we have our own silver land, and you're saying we go, I keep on asking the same question over and over again. We go to city hall, we go to city council, and we do what? We tell them we want to build magnetic, right? And we
Uh-huh.
have a whole blueprint for it.
Yeah,
Because
hell
I
yeah.
know they don't try to steal the concept, do it for themselves, whatever. If we want to build my net, because I'm the type of person, I don't feel like we have to go for them. I feel like we get the land, auctions, etc., etc. We get the land.
You
People already
gotta
got the
go.
land.
You gotta go through them. God on the strength of, like I was just saying a couple minutes ago, it's law that you build with concrete.
On sober property.
I mean, hell yeah. I mean, on any damn property. That's it's called the property management, the property building up. You can't just build any type of way you want to. You got the. I mean, you got people that go in the forest and build their tree houses and shit. But I ain't talking about nothing like that. I'm talking residential homes. It's building code in it. It's policies and procedures you got to follow to build a house according to law, and building it with laying the foundation with cement is one of those requirements.
I'm gonna look into it, but dog, because like I said, I'm really interested in you, Rod, a couple people. They always talk about building back with copper pipes again, stuff of that nature. Even with granite. What if we could build with granite? If we didn't want to go with concrete, we could build with granite too, couldn't it?
Hell yeah, we could build granite. Granite is magnetic. So we
And it
just
just
basically
yeah.
want to build with something that got a current. They got us purposely building with things that don't have a current on purpose. So we got to be slaves to go to work to pay for the efficiencies. But if we build with things that has a current, even petrified wood, you can go in some places in Arizona and whatnot and get petrified wood, just shit laying in the forest. Just things that got a current. It's like we're in a new day, we're in a new time. And it's gonna happen. It's slowly but surely happening. It ain't even nothing to like stress and press. It's gonna happen. And that's another thing about the temple of authority. That's also in the same temple that she leaving this relief of ascension, showing this ascension symbolism. She's also showing that the earth is a power generator. You can see that in the temple as well. You can see the people pulling power from the terrain of the earth. I don't know if you ever heard of Dendera's light bulb, but yeah, the hieroglyphs is
With a snake in it.
it's called Dendera's light bulb, and they showing
There's a serpent in it, a snake in it.
yeah, it look like a serpent, but that's really electricity. But yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Speaking of which, they say that same temple, like a lot of people will go there for to enloan their life to regenerate themselves and everything else. So that's
Well,
why that temple is so important.
hell yeah, because when you in something magnetic, if your home was magnetic right now, your couch you was sitting on, the walls and everything, it will promote cell growth. It will promote cell oscillation. It will promote regeneration. See what I'm saying? So there, imagine being in a temple of some sort, a grand temple of some sort. Hell yeah, it's promoting all this cell oscillation and what they call magnetic reconnection with the cells in the body. So hell yeah, they also serve as a healing chamber as well.
Yeah, man. They talk more and more about these med beds coming out. You heard about those already?
The who? The med beds?
Med beds.
No, I ain't heard about no med bed, G.
You know, all they're gonna do is patent something, but yeah, they talk about doing the med beds, bringing that technology out because, like you said, a lot of stuff they can't hide it no more. It's coming out, healing and everything else. So they're just trying to figure out how they can capitalize on it. But med beds is gonna be one of the new things. I think it's probably about 10, 15,000 to pre-order your med bed now.
I've seen a
And
levitate. Go, my bad. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm listening to you.
I'm saying I've seen a levitate bed. They got things levitate now. So yeah, magnetics is getting more and more exposure by the day, you know, and we really want to be at the forefront of this type of advancement in technology on the sole strength of these people just really try to kill the whole goddamn planet. We just saw what they did with this vaccine. So let's not act like we ain't just see what they did with this
Yeah,
vaccine.
careful with your word. Yeah, be careful with your word, man.
Hey, you right, my bad, God, you right. But check. We saw what they just did with the vaccine. Now they on this 2030 agenda with trying to have us in these 15-minute cities and these controlled 15-minute cities by 2030. And we got to be real careful with that because, like, we talking clamp down in a city for, and you can only come out your place, come out your establishment for 15 minutes. And they trying to control these 15-minute cities with magnetics, you know? So it's like, I see how the Europeans is moving with trying to get their own communities and build their own communities. And I'm like, damn, that's somewhat what we need to be doing to dodge that bullet. Cause it's like they finna try to put us in these 15-minute cities by 2030. They already doing it across seas. They already doing it in a lot of places to where they could just control the city with one push of a button type shit. So
Well,
it's
that's the thing too. Like everything working together in its own shape, way of forming the cosmic order of the universe. But that's
yeah,
why everybody claiming their indigenous rights to the land.
right,
Because when you do have those communities or the silver lands, the whole point of it is saying, okay, we're not
right,
going to mess with these people because these people, especially in the southeast, are indigenous to this land. These people alone, let them do what the hell they're gonna do. Now, as far
exactly.
as a lot of places they talking about building those so-called smart cities are places in the desert where they ain't got shit going on anyway. There's a lot of uncharted land in here in America we don't talk about. So a lot of
Yeah,
this stuff they go to Nevadas and places like that where it's just I'm not mad about him building magnetic cities because I don't even think they're gonna force it. That's for people that are willing to sell themselves into that matrix.
nah. It's gonna be a forest, God, and it ain't just in the deserts. The first city they trying to unroll is right here next door in Ohio, and then where you at, Florida? Like, nah,
Where in Florida?
it ain't. Yeah, shit. The city budget proposal for it already. I read it.
Yeah, well, one thing about Tallahassee, they got laws to protect. A lot of parts of Florida have laws to protect it from so-called developments. Like that's why like, people think Tallahassee is just country. No, they keep it. They keep it a certain way. There's a bubble that literally they trying to protect. There's pyramids and magnets. All like look up the world's biggest magnet. It's in Tallahassee. You see what I'm
I
saying? They got
know.
all. So even with the land, they're not going to allow a lot of stuff to be. We're not going for a lot of stuff. They can talk about it. But Florida passed laws for a lot of it. They can't do chemtrails out here no more. A
Yeah,
lot of that fake food is about to stop. And that's what the first place they started at was right down here. So I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be okay. I think we always gonna be okay. I don't think they crazy enough. They might try with whoever they're gonna try it with, but they know who to try with it. You know what I'm saying? So
I
somebody in the comments, Jared Hagor, I hope I'm saying that right, said, what about crushing up quartz crystal and using it as a aggregate? I think that's what it says for concrete and making the piezoelectric effect by compression ratios.
yeah.
And I think that's what we were just talking about, like you said, when you say crushing the quartz crystals, that's what granite is. Granite ain't nothing but quartz crystals for the most part. So that's what, like, you can actually, I'm tapping into a lot of the omic technology, and that's exactly what they're doing. Granite, crushed quartz, same thing as quartz because it's mostly quartz, and they're melting it. They
Yeah,
realize you
that's
can
actually
manipulate
great.
that.
That's actually great thinking. Whatever you said his name was, I don't want to say it like that. What you said his name
Yeah,
is?
I think it was Jared Hagar.
Jared, man, that's actually great thinking. That's actually like saying, all right, you want to make us lay concrete to lay our homes? All right, well, we gonna make our own concrete. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make our own concrete because shit, that's what I got from that. He just changed up the game with like, all right, it
Oh,
take 4 ingredients to make concrete, so I'm gonna take one of those. I'm gonna take one of those ingredients and use quartz crystals.
you know what? I do see. Yeah, now that actually goes hard as shit. Now that like thinking from that perspective, because just think about it. Quartz is cheap if you're getting it from what's that? Not Arizona, Missouri. I think it's somewhere up there where Arkansas,
Yeah,
Arkansas, the quartz capital, right?
yeah,
You get quartz for cheap there. Like you said, crush it up and put it into the cement. So yeah, that was actually that is a brilliant idea. Peace to the guys, peace to the guys. Benjamin said, "Fuck buying health." Yeah, I feel you. Look, he said, "I'll fucking design you a med bed." I feel you. If we can design it, let's build it. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff. He got a lot of stuff. We got a bunch of ideas. If
yeah,
I one thing about it, somebody got in the comments last time and they broke all that down. You need to check out one of our other magnetism videos because they broke the whole thing down. And I really think that you probably understand a whole lot more than I did because you know what I'm saying, that's your realm. But no, man, it's each one teach one. Bring your ideas to the table, man. We most definitely we trying to build, and somebody gonna hear it and take it to a whole nother level. So appreciate that, both of y'all. What else we got, big dog? Let me see. We covered the ice wall a little bit. We covered we talked about the OMAC and the AI translate those. Now that's the thing. If AI can translate those OMAC glyphs, you don't think they can translate those matriarch maps?
I'm gonna put it to you like this, God. Check. We got a whole conscious community, right? Yourself, myself, all type of other people you can name, I can name, and we got a whole language called the Meroic language. The Meroic language that's undecoded and undeciphered. Now, the Meroic language go back to the matriarchs. That's like the prime matriarchs. That's the goddesses that we talking about built these temples. So why the hell we don't let 2025 get here to where we ain't figured out how to decipher these damn texts and these goddess temples that's lead to matriarchy, God? It's like we do it our damn selves. It's like I wouldn't trust that shit to give you your answer straight up and down. I wouldn't trust no AI to give me what's already embedded in my DNA to activate me when I see that symbolism. That's DNA activating symbolism. When you see it, you're gonna resonate to it and you're gonna know what type of time it's hitting on. You're gonna be like, oh, that's a boat. Oh, that's a magnetic generator on the boat. That's water going up. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect AI to tell it to me like that. I expect AI to give it to me on a more watered down level. I don't expect it to be on a DNA activating level. So it's
No, no,
like
no, no.
they know that light code is hitting our damn DNA and activating us. So now they got this shit set in place to give us an interpretation for it. But it's like, nah, ain't nobody gonna give you an interpretation like you. You go get that interpretation. He could give you 30% of that truth, 40% of that truth. But leave out 60, leave out 50. What about
No, yeah.
that?
I don't look at AI to give us the undeniable TT, or like a lot of people get their information offline, everything else.
No, I
The
ain't
old
talking about you. I'm just saying
No,
in
no,
general.
no. In general, like the AI thing, when they broke down the text with the OMAC thing, because we have been doing our research and getting, like when I was reading it, the text I got was fire. But the text with the OMAC gave, when they broke it down, but at the same time, they see a whole lot more than us anyway. The museums is giving them information that they've been keeping concealed for eons, for decades. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I don't use them for my spiritual aspect. Like you said, you will be DNA activated just by seeing it. That's the draw. That's the magnetism. Your
Right.
spirit is magnetized to it. But when it comes to like coordinates and stuff of that nature, right there, like we most definitely need to activate everything needs to be working in our favor. Like I said, I'm big on Ogun, and I know Ogun really at the end of the day runs AI, even though they feel like AI is uh a consciousness within itself. But I don't feel like AI is our friend or enemy either way. I think it's literally the user, just like a car. Whoever uses it
Well, who
can
put it in
activate it.
place? Who set it in place? Who is it from?
Honestly,
So
you
that
want my
that answer your question, right? I'm not asking you. I'm saying
oh,
ask. I'm not asking you, God. I'm saying that puts things in perspective for us right there. So who did it come from? Did it come from Elon Musk? Did it come from the government? Did it come from NASA? Did it come from CIA? Did it come from the Pentagon? And that go your answer to your question right there. So it's
I don't
like
think
they
we get
know,
way too much credit.
huh?
I think we give I think we give those entities you just named way too much credit. I don't think
Yeah, I
AI
don't
is from,
give them enough
I don't
credit.
think AI is from here at all. I think AI was given like the cell phone. We gotta stop the bullshit. A lot of these things, the technology that we use right now, nobody created it. It was given to them and out of a trade. I forget what trade it was because I don't want to say the wrong president. Maybe it was Nixon. When they did a trade for people for technology and stuff like that. They got places right now where and I can't talk about it too much, but they have abundance of technology that's sitting up that all you got to do is go in there and patent it. I don't think AI was nothing that nobody ever claimed, oh, I'm the creator of AI. AI isn't something that none of these people created. I think it was something that was either sent or sent itself. Uh, uh, I don't think it's from here. It's a lot of things that we use, like cell
AI
phones.
is us, cuz. AI is us. Check this out. Whenever you go on Google and
Yeah.
you type in something in Google, it collects that data for when you asked it, and it even show you the results of so many people that asked that question too. It's 46 million people have asked this. So what they have done collectively over the years since about 2000 was create a big ass data pool, a big ass database of so many people. We are the people, we are the technology, we are the geniuses, we are the consciousness, we are the ones that's asking these computers these questions, these Googles, these platforms these questions. So what they have done was collective all of these answers and collective all of these questions and collected all of these theologians, philosophers, people that have gave answers to things as well. And that now we calling this AI because so many people have asked this one question and got this one answer, from this one outlet or this one source. Because when you go in Google and you type something in and you find it out, you can find out where that source from, and even when that source was updated. And a lot of cases, this stuff is newly updated, especially with Wikipedia. But what I'm saying is that's us, that's the people doing that. We make the Wikipedia. We make the
Now, I was
we
actually, you went kind of left with it because I was you asked me who created AI and I gave you an answer. Then you said Wiki AI, but if you identify as AI, but what I'm saying is the AI consciousness that was created. You asked who created it, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. The sources that I'm getting, AI wasn't created; it was given. There's a lot of technology that we have now that
yeah.
we didn't create was given, and that's
Given from who?
that's the question. But that's what we're saying.
I
Who
heard
take
that
credit?
too. I used to
Who
I
took credit? That's what I'm saying. If a
Given
cracker
from
did
who?
it, a cracker won't take credit for everything. They steal everything. They patent everything.
Getting from
Who
who?
said? Who was the Elon Musk or who was the Tucson's or whoever? Who was the one that said they're they are the responsible for creating AI?
That's what
So
I know.
clearly, no, that right there we don't know.
I
But
do
that, like
know.
I said, who
Research show
created?
you. I know
Huh?
who created that. I know who created it. I just named it who created the damn government.
Like I said, I don't give them that
That
much
would
power.
that would given from
Even
no
though
advanced race, alien race, all that. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
didn't say
I
it.
know you didn't. I know you didn't. I'm
No,
not
no.
saying you did. That's what
But
people
you said
say.
advanced. But you said advanced race, right?
Uh-huh.
So you did say advanced race, right?
Yeah.
Just like we were talking about the ice walls, they have advanced races, right?
Yeah.
And their advanced races have advanced technology, right?
This is true.
Now, the same way, like Hitler was going down to the same places that you're talking about now, those the Antarctic and everything else for those said advanced technologies. Even like I say, it was Roosevelt, I believe, maybe Roosevelt or maybe Nixon. I might be getting my presidents mixed up. But the whole point of doing business with these, whatever entities they, because some of these, like you always say, some of these entities ain't from space. Some of these are interdimensional beings. Interdimensional beings. That goes back to the same thing that you were saying about why are they going to Antarctica and why do they have these treaties of Antarctica? That's interdimensional. They're doing business and getting technology back and forth. So you're right. I don't know the name or anything else, but like I said, I don't give the government that much. Our government officials aren't that smart to know any of this. They're more greedy than anything. They're more ran by demons than anything. I don't think they have the intelligence to create this. And like think about what we're saying. Our enemy isn't as intelligent as we give them credit to be. You see what I'm saying? All they really want is the bare minimum greed. I want what everybody else got.
That's
But
why
if
it's
they
called
can't,
artificial. That's why it's called
uh,
artificial, because they're not as intelligent. So that's why the A stands for artificial. And we gotta also know that you can pull information out. These motherfuckers is intelligent to know that they can pull information out the ethers. You hear me?
yeah, yeah. Hold on one second. I'm listening to you.
So
Randy even tried.
you know how you know how we can pull. You know how light hits your bloodstream and you download information.
Facts.
Okay, it's the same thing. They can pull information out the ethers, out the air, out the ethers. So yeah, this is a real thing. I mean, like when we type in our phone, that's what's going on. You know, it's being pulled out the ethers.
I'm reading the
But
comments,
see,
but
how we just came into this technology. When I think about the 1800s and when I think about the 1600s, like this technology been around. This technology ain't nothing new. It's just been suppressed. It's just been hidden. When we talking about the ancients, and when we say advanced civilizations, like that's why they was advanced civilizations, because they had this type of technology and more. So when you think about an ancient civilization, you don't think about an ancient civilization having advanced technology, but these ancients had this technology hundreds and thousands of years ago. So who made it then? Where did it come from then? Like it's nothing new is what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? So I guess in a sense you even
but that's what that was kind of my point. Maybe you misunderstood. That was kind of my point when we said the government did it. The government
yeah,
didn't exist. The government didn't
it's
exist when a lot of stuff. You see
it's
what
an
I'm saying? When a lot of stuff
alteration.
was already there.
What
So
they
that's
call
what
an
I'm feeling
IA, what they call an
like.
IA, the government did. What they call an IA, and artificial intelligence.
Got you, got you, got you. But yeah, man. Somebody said, Archangel, I see your comment, but I'm not understanding the relevance. 1491, 492. We know from 1492 when they came to the South Americas, and we know before 1491. I'm not sure what else that comment is. Peace and blessings to the tribe, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with us. With my brother out here, Matriarch Rising, trying to raise a collective consciousness. Man versus machine arguably just need a tree.
A tree. Hell yeah, ain't that the truth? I just need a damn tree.
Oh, man, hey, I most definitely been doing a lot of research into it, seeing how the technology was keeping people alive and long, giving them longer life and all the above. So it's like I'm not sure the
Giving a
way
longer life, you're gonna have to build with me on that. Like
the
whenever you feel comfortable and you got have to, collectively got your research together, yeah, you're gonna have to build with
no,
me
I
on that.
mean when you told me to study the I've been already on like the Gassar, so a lot of stuff's coming out, but nobody knows where the Gassar came from. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Dr. Dr. Pruitt, she speaks on a lot of these different things. So we listen, we try to decipher what she's breaking down, everything else. I even asked Rod, he's not too sure, but the Gassar is something where a lot of this said technology or so-called when we're going to the golden age is going to be releasing all this ancient technology. You see what I'm saying? And then every single thing that you've been talking about for a while is in these records of all this ancient technology that's supposed to be released. When you're talking about these ancient temples, now the reason I go back to the AI and why I'm impressed with the AI is the one that said it. They were like all these temples and statues were placed up in these places for a reason as markers. They even went to say that how they're that's where I got the AI is. You're right. They might not be telling us nothing but 30%, but that 30% is still 100% more than the average person knew collectively about anything. Right now, any percent is better than no percent. Now, what we do with it as a collective, everybody, a lot more people are coming into the consciousness. We're in the age of Aquarius, and now that we have a direct, like we said, you overstand the maps. Now, overstanding also means not only do I know this is a map, can I read this map? After I read this map, what do I do next to get where this map is telling me to go?
Right.
Because doing the research on these places, some of these places ain't great to go. Some of these places might be very violent. Some of these places
Nah,
might be, you know what I'm saying?
listen, check it out, check it out. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
have a place. You can't have a violent place in a magnetic habitant. A magnetic inhabitant promotes harmony, promotes bliss, promotes big ass trees, gardens, fruits, like trees of life, like all the great things that we ever heard about. You ever heard, like the Garden of Eden and trees of life and gardens beneath the rivers and whatnot? This is what a magnetic environment promotes. And you cannot go to these places that these matriarchs is showing without that heart chakra being activated first.
I was gonna ask you about
You
that.
got to have that heart chakra got to be activated. So I'd say that to say you're not going to these places on that type of time. You're not going from 3D to 5D on it with a 3D type of time. It's not nah, it don't work like that. So that alleviates the fear mongering. And hey, let me tell you something. How these people got set motions on what's beyond the ice wall or what's beyond Antarctica, period, but ain't nobody ever been. How you gonna tell me about something and you ain't? So you really just trying to keep me from going because you really don't know, and you don't know because you would have shoulder told. You don't want to colonize and conquered everything else. So you can't tell me what a Bulls game is hitting on if you ain't never been to a Chicago Bulls. No, it don't work like that. So yeah, they got some type of preconceived notion set and forth for you not to go forth, for you not to seek. So they gonna tell you all it's dinosaurs, all it's Hellenism, all this. No, it ain't none of that because a magnetic environment don't conduct like that. It can't conduct like that. It's impossible to conduct like that. We demagnetize. We in a matrix. This matrix consists of being demagnetized. So now you have people low vibrating in their lower self and their lower chakra and being acidic and doing toxic things. You don't have that in a magnetic environment. They're not vibrating on a low frequency. They don't have telephone interferences and concrete and toxic and acid water and you know what I'm saying? All these things that make a toxic society. No, that don't that no. That's why it's magnetic for. It's the opposite of.
Yeah, no, man. So in your opinion, and I know we can speculate on it, whatever. But Mu, you ever heard of the land of Mu?
Yeah, the land, the lost land of Mu, that's supposed to be underwater.
Is that was that a magnetic
Yeah,
or matriarch
yeah,
land?
yeah, hell yeah. With advanced technology, hell yeah, they technology was super advanced. So when you talking super advanced, I mean like they was like 300 years before they time. They were so advanced in technology. But we also talking about you know how people try to they created a narrative that the move destroyed themselves. You ever heard that they technology was so advanced that they
That's
destroyed?
what I'm about to get to. That's what I'm
No,
about to get to. It's matriarch land, magnetic and matriarch magnetism. How they move, or what they would call, some of them might call Atlantis, or all these different places that are said to be, even us another one, Lemuria, I believe they call it. Now I don't know
Lemuria.
if places exist, they don't exist. Some of my, that's not to say I don't believe they did, because you know what I'm saying, they get these stories from somewhere. But all these are matriarch energy places that crash somehow. How did it crash if it was so perfect?
The thing is, these places left remnants here, but they never crashed. They never did what these people telling us that they did, and I'm gonna show you how. What they call the Nos Confunding map. I don't know if you heard of this map, but I gotta show you. It's real prominent. So when we talking ice wall, right, and we talking places outside the ice wall, Mu is outside the ice wall. Lemuria, you got Gemini. So we really talking about real places that exist, but they don't want you to know exist. So they gonna tell you something bad happened to them. But nah, these people came here, like how the Bible say these people came down, because let's remember Antarctica ascends above our six continents. So when we talk about Jesus coming down or somebody coming down from heaven, we got to remember that the holy wars, these holy wars is documented. They're not ancient. The holy wars between man and woman that's in the Bible is documented. They only go back 2,000-3,000 years, and they go back to these lands that we talking about, on these lands that we talking about. So when we talking about Mu and Lemuria, we actually talking about places outside of the ice wall that
No,
left
yeah.
centuries before ascension.
And I'm still trying to figure that out too, because they do say move is outside the ice wall. So I'm trying to figure out how they move or whatever.
They,
Benjamin Paul, they brought up a good point. They say filling Lemuria, the Lemurian seed quartz have like barcodes on them. Scan them like razor. I can't see the bottom part because scan them like a laser on something. I can't see the bottom part.
I'm gonna show
But
you what
yeah,
I'm talking about when we get off the phone. You gonna think this is phenomenal, man. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking. You gonna be like, oh, so they go back to that 20-30% of truth I was telling you about. It just seemed like when they give us the Atlantis and places like that, they telling us the truth. They just shit. They telling us the half truth. We gotta shit. Take it with salt. We gotta dig. We gotta research. They letting us know these places existed, but as far as they coordinates or whatnot, like whoever questioned that, like for real, whoever really questioned their coordinates if they was by Canada, if they was by Antarctica. So
No, they
yeah,
say you can Google Earth. They say you can Google Earth with all these coordinates. This is the same thing I'm tapping. Like we can't use our eagle eye, but we
how
can
we
use
doing
it
it?
in us. So you can
Yeah,
use Google Earth, and you can tap into the door at those coordinates. They give you the
yeah.
coordinates and everything else. So it's like the only thing that's stopping you is them
You
trying to lock you up if they catch you going out there. So it goes back to you trying to do it the right way and trying to get the funding and trying to get the scientific research on it. And I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but
Let's
I,
collectively coming together. We doing it
I'm
right now.
huh?
What you mean you ain't sure? We doing it right now. You saying you ain't sure how that's gonna come about? That's what we
No,
doing.
I'm talking about like when I saw that door, when I saw the door and they did that sonar, I think they call it, the way they scan it. If their sonar technology is true, because they tried to do the sonar on the pyramid over here in Tallahassee, and they said that there's something in there, some kind of metal inside of it where they can't look in it. Now they might have been lying to me too. They might have been looking me in my face and lying. But I recorded them. I recorded them saying I'm gonna upload it. I was sitting there looking at them like, so y'all digging everything else, why y'all ain't dug up in this pyramid and looked inside of it? Because they had already found FSU already found a bunch of black bones and some more stuff down here, but that's why they keep a lot of stuff to themselves. They got to keep it quiet. They got to keep all this ancient information quiet, like the
Look,
elephants. Uh,
it's like whatever go back to the woman, they keep that quiet, and they'll even make a cover up to not tell you about the woman. I don't know if that's about the contract between men and women or what, but I do know all history that's a mystery or that's left undecoded. It all go back to the woman.
they say everybody in the comments like, yeah, the ice wall being that tall is fucking my brain up. They're hiding so much. Jared said 100%. Benjamin, them crystals are the OG computer archives. Well, I say this, hey, like bro said, well, you know what I'm saying? We always say the number one record keeper is water. The number two record keeper is ice. Quartz is the number three record keeper. Now, a lot of times people say those are Lemurian quartz, and they dig them up out of Brazil or they dig them up out of South America. So that's the only thing I have. The only problem I have, but they are record keepers. They are very powerful quartz, but quartz is powerful regardless.
Oh,
So I just don't want anybody to go out there and I'm really high at Benjamin. I don't never like when I start realizing that they have a scam behind everything and they'll say you one thing and then they'll add a name to a place where you didn't get it from Lemuria because you don't know where Lemuria is. They dug up some quartz from Brazil and call them
man.
Lemurian quartz and sell it to the people. Now that's why I search. Now I have a few of them. I love them myself. They are very powerful quartz, but quartz is powerful regardless. There are record keepers, but I hate when somebody says Lemurian quartz because now you're talking about people are meditating with them, and but quartz are also programmable. So if they have the intention on DNA activation, if they have the intention on past life recalls, they might be able to do that, but it's not Lemurian quartz. The quartz come from like Brazil, but they're powerful though. I'm not knocking what nobody else is doing with them.
Yeah, we could do so much with quartz. It's ridiculous. We could do so much with quartz.
Ace, that's facts. I can't say what you said out loud, but that's 100% facts. Everything you said is 100% facts. That goes back to you see Ace's last comment. That goes back to what brothers always talking about the gender wars and everything like that. The gender wars have been going on for a very long time for men that wanted to be
Yeah,
women.
that's
The gender
facts.
war is weird that is the gender war. And even though they're manipulating the way we look at it now and making it seem like those two parties are all one, the gender war is always men that wanted to be women, and you can see that in all their art forms and all sorts of stuff. So
My
right now,
brother.
yeah, no, yeah, that's history. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah,
I do mine. Like I said, whenever I do anything, I don't really just go for the history aspect because I know most of the histories be lies. When I
right.
go into my thing is the stones. Now that's what gets you because the stones don't lie. The stones, like they said, some of these stones are record keepers, and you can tap into them all sorts of different ways.
That's
You
how
see
they
what I'm saying?
recorded time by Stones.
Yeah,
Also,
now that's why I just say I'm not sure. And I hope I didn't make nobody offend nobody when I said that about the Lemurian course. It's just you got to be careful out here because these people will sell you anything. That's like I'm not gonna be a fake person and be like, oh, I'm gonna sell you this stone from Moo, but we don't know where Moo's at. But I got a stone from Moo and I'm gonna sell it to you for a cheap price. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So No, of course it's powerful though. But just call it for what it is. Don't try to con nobody. Call it what it is, because that mess up the whole game for everybody right now. You know what I'm saying? So we almost at the hour point, man. You got any other points for us, big dog? PowerPoints?
Shit. Let's get to these city halls and let's tell these officials that we want to build magnetic, and let's collectively come together and figure out how we finna get out this thing called patriarchy. We gonna meet here every Monday. I know today's Sunday. We gonna tap in tomorrow too.
Yeah.
We just giving y'all a little something extra right now because I think we missed the day, or we
Yeah,
missed. It went Monday, but I think we missed the day. We was supposed to hit y'all with an extra day this week. But we want to do this at least 2-3 days a week, definitely on every Monday. We want to tap in with the collective conscious. We want to build. We want to see how can we build these communities and do so much more that we really don't even want to discuss on these platforms, just to be honest. Not too openly, but yeah, tap in, Women Make Heaven, Instagram, YouTube, and we gonna do this every Monday, like I said, and yeah, that's what I got for him, God.
but I'll say this. Just like the people Ace in the comments said about the politicians, and I know you always saying we got to do it the right way and go to the politicians. But I also say this: when we go into foreclosed properties, when there's a lot of women out here that own acres and acres of land. We talking about matriarch, right? There's a
Uh-huh.
lot of people out here that got all these acres and acres of land, or have access to power of magnetism to get these acres and acres of land. If like you said, a lot of matriarchs, and these lot of matriarchs can buy the land, get the land. I hate when everybody keeps saying that they're going to give us something back, even if they are. I'm not going to knock anything. We don't know what's going to happen in this upcoming future, because they know who God is. They know what gods are coming. But for those that already have the land, all you need is people that work, and that's like minds. Like, we get on these platforms, we're really trying to bring together like minds. The information y'all put in those comments, put on the comment on the post too, because we be really researching what y'all be saying too. So I say all that to say, once we do come together, if you have all these matrix from all these different places, and we all can bring a different talent, where I have like I'm dealing with people in a lot of different places around the world that they were sending these stones for cheap. They tired of dealing with the Asians. They tired of dealing with these white people. They want to deal with us. So a lot of these places will give us these stones for cheap, and we have to do then, like the brother said, pulverize the stones, put in our concrete, do all these different things to start building. And I feel like on sovereign land, you don't need to ask for permission, or whatever they say that you need. Those papers that or what they call them.
You feel
The
like on what land? On what type of land?
on so like I said, the land in the Carolinas is sovereign land, right? That's Tahir was talking about it. That was Oba Chunji. I think that's called. That's what it's called. They do what they want to do. They build how they want to do. Most of their houses are built out of what's it called, like mud homes.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it sounds crazy, but they're actually real powerful, good homes. Hemp bricks. There's a bunch of stuff we can build with, like you said, that are energetic. And if we got our own land, there's a lot of land out here that's always under foreclosure. I'm not talking about trying to buy no land where it's going to cost you 30 years of your life. I'm talking about foreclosed properties. I'm really into those foreclosed properties. We get into that kind of thing, and getting these land and doing our own thing without even asking for permission. Because when we got our land that says on the front of that land, it says no trespassing. That means you bring your ass back here. You ain't supposed to know what's back here. Mind you, there's a lot of land ducked off of these woods every time you pass these woods and stuff like that. So I'm really into that, trying to like build. Like, if y'all know somebody that got land out there right there, we can start mushroom farms. We can start hemp farms. These are things of the future. I
You
mean,
talking to people with resources. You talking with people that can afford that. I'm talking to the people that can't
no,
afford.
no. I think like I say, this Magneto and Professor X working on the same team. I think we can do all the above, everything working.
Yeah,
I think we
because
can do all
shit,
the
they
above.
got the
But
allocated funding to end this what we call slavery. They got the funding to do what I mean, like do what the hell we tell them to do. Like we got a say in the city budget proposal. So yeah, do what we telling y'all to do. We don't want a boys and girls club center built. We don't want a new school built. Shit, we want a magnetic neighborhood. How about that? That y'all got the billions and billions of dollars to do it. We ain't got that type of resource. If you know those people with those type of resources, let's do that tomorrow. Let's do that next week. That
no,
takes
like I
resources.
said, I mean, everybody down, we down south, so a couple acres of land, a bunch of us got that. Now, what to do with it, because we might not have the knowledge that you're giving us right now of how to build on said land. Everybody got If when you down south, if you got grandpa, we've been in the gardens and these fields and farms for a while now. There's a bunch of land right here in Tally and all the surrounding areas that we never even heard of before because it's in the country or ducked off. But somebody owns that, and that's why like the whole slave thing is kind of mixed up because when you come down south, our grandparents own land. Our grandparents own land. How do we all own all these acres of land? So somebody's lying when you can trace so many lineages back all these different times, and they still own these family lands. And they were intelligent what they did with the lands as far as burying family members on your land. Once you bury a family member on these acres, they can't come and take your land. So you know what I'm saying? There's land out here. Once we having this conversation, somebody's going to hear this conversation and say, okay, what you keep on talking about this building magnetic? Let's see what you're talking about.
All right,
Like
hey, check.
I'm cool with Kofu down here. Big shout out to Kofu. He got his own construction company. He's trying to build. He's trying to build pyramids and stuff. His damn stuff. He got a bunch of land himself. So let me get these comments real quick. Hold on 1 second. Uh, I mean, I'm not sure. Benjamin said, I mean, I'm not sure, but could we just stop mining crystals? We should surely have enough pre-mined. How could we reuse all the scrap tech? Now, that's very, very good point. Except for one thing, back in the day, before we had those machines that they have now, the earth produced the stones for us anyway. The earth literally pushes those stones up.
Right,
To the place and everything else, they literally push these stones up. It's not
right,
like we were always digging for these stones. Now, going back to it's a funny story about Ogun. People don't understand that story about Ogun. Ogun represents technology, whereas in those stories, Ogun violated his first mother. A lot of them stories go against violating the first mother. They were talking about technology violating the mother being the earth. So when you're seeing all these people digging up these holes and everything else, going back to what the AI said, it confirmed what we already know. They're digging a lot of stuff up that wasn't supposed to be dug up, and they were energy pinpoints. They were PowerPoints. They're damn stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So no, I'm neither here or there because I'm a recipient of a lot of stones that have been mined. Of course, that's how I got them. But I'm not a big. I mean, like the stuff that these people are even going through just to mine, the
Man,
conditions they're going through just to mine is crazy within itself. So
right,
I can't feel one way or the other, especially when we say that, but we're all on a cell phone. And then you break your cell phone, you want a new one. Everybody wants a cell phone. That's over thousands of crystals right there in your cell phone. Everybody wants their smart TV. Everybody wants a smart car. Everybody wants a smart camera around your house. All that is built on these minerals that people are dying mining. And it's not just Africa, like Afghan, to get up those mountains for lapis lazuli or any of those stones, aquamarine, lapis lazuli, certain kinds of stones. These people are being murdered. I mean, these people are being exed out for certain stones. You got presidents that are being assassinated for these stones. So it's a real thing. It's a lot of stuff going on. So it's like if it's done, we can keep being the people that say we don't want to deal with these stones, while these people are getting rich on these stones, or we can get into the not only get into the market but control the market. If we like, they have done an amazing job of not mining stones in America because America has a crazy mineral deposit and we don't talk about it. It's really going to put us in the lead of when bricks finish solidifying what all they got going on. The only reason America ain't saying that because we know, like the government itself knows how many minerals we have here, and just iridium alone from Haiti will put us on the map on some next level, like you said, next level shit. When you talk about magnetism, iridium in Haiti would change the game if we were to factor in what we really got under our feet. I see somebody. I think that's the British flag. Shout out UK, or maybe that's UK. Literally, is man versus machine. All these desires be killing us. We be dying from our own decisions. Only person kill a god is themselves. I say. Well, like I said, man, we're gonna
yeah.
die anyway. We got to figure this shit out.
Nah,
I'm
we
in
ain't gotta
the
die, bro. We done figured this shit out. We ain't gotta die at all. That's why women left this symbolism for ascension up out of here. So, every time we think it ain't a way out, every time we tired of paying rent, bills, taxes, mortgage, every time we think about the earth flooding and we think about all the people that's dying off and whatnot, because that's what I think about. I think about how the earth floods. So it's like, damn, the earth flood. It's just like what you're saying now. It's just not being talked about. Man, it's floods all over the United States right now. It's so many places flooded down south right now that they is not talking about. Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, so many damn places. Shit, even where you was at for a second. So I just think like we got all this symbolism around us for the way out. So we don't even have to stay down here and play this game, be trying to figure out finesse, nego. We don't even be like, let's just go. These women left this symbolism for a reason. Let's put together our collective funds, our resources, whatever we can conjure up. Let's let the collective conscious come together and let's have a spiritual journey. Let's have a spiritual exodus. So it's
Yeah, they
that
got on
moment.
my ass when I said that. They got on my ass when I said they were like, yeah, we don't die, we multiplying it, man.
Yeah,
Shout
I'm
out
on
to
your
you,
ass for
bro.
saying that. Nah, we finna show eternal life. How about that? We
Yo,
I'm
real
a
quick. Yeah, no, the facts, big facts. Like I say, the whole point of the Timberline Thor is eternal life, and most of the matriarch medicines and things are to prolong your life. So we tap into that most
the
definitely.
hypogeums and whatnot.
Yeah, I just say that I guess because we've seen it so much, and at this point we can accept it because we know that like we keep on returning. Like there's no such thing as a ever ending cycle. You know what I'm saying? But you're right.
Right.
We don't have to. We can break out this thing. Shout out UK. I didn't know you were Benjamin. I didn't know you were in the UK. But big shout out, man. I didn't know we were touching y'all over there, rocking with y'all over there.
All
They be acting
right.
like
Shout
y'all
out to
work
the
with us over
UK.
there. But shout out UK, man. Shout out. I don't want to mispronounce that name. Lee Chester. We don't die, we multiply. I was at Nottingham Carnival today. Soccer, but a lot of reggae. That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. I see you throwing all them flags up, man. I'm not sure about all them European flags,
I saw
but
them
man,
flags too.
love though is most
Yeah.
definitely big love, man. I appreciate the love. So yeah, man, God, I don't want to give him too much tonight because I know we're gonna bounce back right back tomorrow. And are we gonna have a special guest tomorrow?
You know what? I'm gonna get back with you on that. I'm almost for sure. I'm almost for certain, but I know we chatted a little bit earlier about that, but I didn't even tap in with that person. I've been having so much going on. Then family just popped up over here at the last minute before we supposed to go live. So yeah, I'm gonna tap in with them as soon as I get done with you, because that should be a green light because they like me when it comes to this sharing this information. So I'm
No,
pretty.
we need them, bro, because nobody knows everything. So I like having people on that make you think more and think harder and dig and dig and dig. And then we had a conversation. We're not fighting with each other. We ain't arguing. We're bringing them ideas to the table. You know what I'm saying? When they say bring what you got, bring what you bring to the table. Philosophy, ideas, some shit that can
Trying to
change your life
figure it
forever.
out. Even if it's
Yeah,
wrong, that's like even the wrong is welcome. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
A lot of
Because
stuff got found because they were trying to do one thing and they found something else. So I ain't no
yeah,
wrong in this shit.
yeah,
How you
ain't
gonna
no
say
wrong
wrong?
answers.
They had
Ain't
to
no
answer in the
wrong.
first. You
Yeah,
can't say nothing wrong if they never answer the question. You know what I'm saying? This is just what we
exactly.
do.
And what
Shout out to the Caribbean.
what's
Somebody said
wrong is not trying to figure it out.
that's some real shit now. Blackpool Tower. Man, yo, it's a lot of portals and
Wow.
everything. We're gonna keep on digging deeper and deeper. I plan on bringing all sorts of alchemists on. So, man, much love to everybody. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us tonight, man. Please, tap in with my brother Matriarch Rising. We're pushing his whole agenda because period, Matriarch Rising. Um,
All
we
right.
most definitely for Matriarch and Magnetism. Jared Hagar said, much love and respect to y'all services. We build cities of light, I say, and creating a control system. I
Yeah,
say.
I see
So
you,
yeah,
Jared.
man.
Thanks for the love, Jared.
Yeah, no, for real, man. I mean, at
Hard
this
to
point,
see.
yeah, just trying to show love and trying to get it out here, man. It's stone love for real, stone work. But man, appreciate it, God. Let's tap in tomorrow for and really kick off that matriarch Mondays like we supposed to.
Yeah.
And shit, please give us a like, comment, all that good stuff that they say to help the algorithm. But man, we appreciate y'all from all them different places, the Caribbean, UK, all those different places. We most definitely didn't know y'all was tapping in, but much love. Now y'all see when they say we don't have culture, now you see what we doing over in America. Bro, one time shout out where you from.
Gary, Indiana, GI, big up to GI, Glen Park, East Side. Love y'all.
So when they say ain't no positivity in Gary, Indiana, tap in with this brother right here because clearly they ain't lying. This brother's too brilliant for them to be talking how they talking about Gary, Indiana. And you already know I'm representing the GGC, the Golden Gulf Coast. Man, we'll tap in with y'all tomorrow. Peace and love, I say.
Peace. In a minute.